What's going on, Pamper Gang? This is the boy with the Pampers and Toys, filming today from Paradise. All right. So today is going to be a WWE day. We're going to be talking about 5 WWE figures that I've came across in the past 2 weeks that I'm super excited about showcasing, and adding to my collection, which I already got some of them in my collection, but these are different series. Okay. So first and foremost, we're going to be talking about this second Candice Lerae figure that they have, a basic figure, which I think looks good. And I can't wait to talk about her. Candice Lerae reminds me so much of a Alexa Bliss, but I digress. It's just my opinion. Next, we're going to be talking about this Drew McIntyre. It comes from the Elite collection. The True FX lifelike details. I think he looks really good, and I'm super excited about that because Drew McIntyre, I think they're procrastinating on maybe him becoming a heel real soon, but he's still well loved. The next we're going to be talking about Bobby Lashley, and this comes from the Elite collection as well too, and Bobby Lashley, like I said, he's been around the game for a long time. Drew McIntyre as well too, but I think Bobby Lashley's been there longer. And it's FX, a real facial expressions and everything. And next but not least, I don't know why I skipped over this. I just wanted to split up the girls a little bit. We got a new Bianca Bellaire basic figure, which I think looks very great. It looks good. It's one of the best figures I saw in a long time of her. And this is actually her and Candice Lerae come from the Series 131 basic figures. And can't wait to talk about her. Last but not least, came across the new Randy Orton from the Elite collection as well. FX like visual lights. I didn't realize Randy Orton was that tall after all these years. He's 6'5". Wow. I could have sworn I saw him in person, and I ain't gonna say he was short, but maybe I overlooked it. But definitely this figure looks really good. And there was some controversy with Randy Orton about the tattoos, but we'll get into that once I open the figure up. So let's get on and start from where we started from, in that order, that Mama D order. First and foremost, we're going to be talking about Miss Candice Lerae. She came back actually what was it, less than a month ago, and she's going to be teaming up, I see, with maybe Bianca Bellaire them against Show and Bailey. And one thing I say about this little lady, she can hold her own in the ring. And she just reminds me of another Alexa Bliss. Not like a copy, clone version, but she favors her a little bit. I'm not going to say they look exactly like, maybe because they're itty-bitty things, but Alexa's my girl. So this Candice Lerae figure, when I tell you, it looks so good. Now, I do have a Candice Lerae figure from the Elite collection series, but I'm going to get to that later. And it wasn't a horrible figure. I just think they didn't take their time to actually visualize what she could look like, because this figure looks a lot better than the other one, body-wise as well, too. She got knee pads on, so I don't want to break her legs. She is an itty-bitty thing, and tough in the ring as well. She came from FX. Not FX, Next. I said FX. I'm thinking, ooh, FX with real life visuals. Alright. And she's the Pixie Poison. Because on the other figure that I got of her, if I can find it, she got her little wings and everything, and I just don't want to drop nobody. If I blame nobody. I ain't gonna say this figure was horrible, but I don't know. They look alike in the face, but the body wise, I didn't really care for, because they just made her look. It made her look real shrumpish, like shriveled up, like she's that ball of. I don't know. I don't want to say the wrong description of what I really think, because I don't want to offend anybody, and I'm all about empathy and conscience. I got a conscience, I got empathy. So this is the older figure, the first one that came out of Candice Lerae, and this is the basic one. The basic one to me looks a whole lot better. It's a better improvement. I think the face sculpt on her was just smeared on and everything, but this figure looks great. So I just want to show everybody that. And I really do hope that she makes it far in the women's division in WWE. We need new women. Because, you know, some of these girls got to retire and give it on to the next girl, give the throne on to the next girl. You know, you had your Jacqueline, your Sables, well, your Alondra Blaze in that order, and, you know, Trish Stratus's and Jazz and Ivory and Molly Holly's, and then Melina's and Michelle McCool's. And, all, you know, the list goes on and goes on. You got to pass the throne down to the young girls. So this figure, you can get her at $9.99 at Walmart, and I think $9.99 at Target, if I'm not mistaken. I was happy to see her because I saw her the same night I saw the Bianca Bellaire figure as well. But definitely, I think she's worth buying. She only has 2 figures in line, which is weird because you would think somebody like who do I want to say? Raquel Rodriguez will have more than one, because I don't know who was in next first. But other than that, she looks really good and a pretty figure. Okay, so moving on. We'll move on. Next figure I want to talk about is the Drew McIntyre figure right here. This man's from Scotland, stands 6'5". God, these guys is tall. And his career highlights WWE Champion, Raw Tag Team Champion, Intercontinental Champion. Hopefully he becomes a new future champion, because we need somebody new. Definitely. And let's see. I like this sword that he comes with as well too. And this figure right here, you could definitely get him actually for $19.99 at Walmart. I think it was $19.99. $20 for this, either $16 or $20. I can't remember. I don't be really caring about the price no more. I just care about buying the product. Okay, so the Scotland Warrior, he comes with, this one's a little different from my other Drew McIntyre figures. He's got this sword. I think he looks good. Like, he got the kilt, and the kilt does come off. I really don't want to take it off, but we'll put it back on. And Drew McIntyre is a masterpiece. He reminds me of somebody from Game of Thrones, honestly. Reminds me of Jon Snow steroids. I ain't gonna say he takes steroids, please don't quote me on that. But that's what he reminds me of, like Jon Snow years later. Like, I am here to take holy land, holy water. So, I think the chest area looks great. It pops in and out. It is lifelike visuals. His face looks really good. And again, you know, oops, paper. I wish that they could work on the feet a little bit, but I get it why the feet got the way it looks. We discussed that in my past videos, you know, but I digress. I think that there's a lot of Drew McIntyre figures. And I do like his prop, his sword. King's Ransom right here, gang. And again, I think WWE figures are way better than AEW. AEW is getting better though with their figures actually, because I got more to talk about in the future on AEW figures as well. I got to open up. Got plenty of them to show, even some from the past. But with Drew McIntyre, I was hoping he defeated Roman Reigns when he had that match with him last time, but and they say he was sick with food poisoning or something, so I hope he gets better. Cause can't say I'm a Drew McIntyre fan or his hater. I watched a couple of his matches, but I respect him definitely. I don't really kind of watch wrestling no more like I used to in the early 2000s, because it was all in the Attitude Era. But I think I'm gonna give him a chance. I'm gonna start watching his wrestling matches and become a fan favorite of his. But that scope of his body looks great. So I'm gonna put the kilt back on. This is what the kilt looks like. And definitely I can't wait to, you know, set him on the mantelpiece, you know, on the shelf with the other figures, because I'm not eventually going to have to get some bigger shelves, because this just doesn't make any sense. I don't have that much room. But he does come with some actual hands. Again, I don't really like these smacking hands with my wrestlers, because I want my wrestlers to grip on to something. maybe I want to show a display of a wrestling ring and they have something to hit some. Violence is not good at home, children, but definitely grip onto something, a chair or something, something like that to that degree. And definitely, back to that, I didn't get no scores, but that Candice Lerae figure gets a 10 out of 10 for me. But this Drew McIntyre definitely gets a 10 out of 10. He looks dang on good. So, definitely, I would highly recommend this figure. And, yeah, he's a good looking figure. Okay, so moving on. Let's talk about Mr. Bobby Lashley. Never really was a Bobby Lashley fan. Bobby Lashley's a little shorter than him. Okay, he's 6'3", 273, and he came a long way in his career as well too. Okay. So let me make sure. Oh, he got a microphone or a hand. Okay. All right. Bobby Lashley's a big guy. He reminded me of George Foreman. Maybe because of the bald head, I don't know. Not because they both are African American, but I don't know. Okay. So he looks pretty good. He's very detailed and cleaned up as well. And I think his face sculpt looks really good. It looks believable. Let me get out of the light a little bit so y'all can see him up close and personal. I'm so used to the Bobby Lashley figures being, I've been like, what is going on in the kitchen? Okay. He comes with a WWE Championship belt, which is a plus. I think it's the WWE Championship, it's the SmackDown Championship belt. The World Heavyweight Championship, okay. Make sure I saw it clearly. I don't like my wrestlers to have fists because I want them, again, I like my wrestlers to have a grip. So they can hold a chair or a microphone or anything like that to that degree. So definitely, I'm changing out the hands to be definitely fair. Looks good. He looks good. And this man has come a long way in his career. I remember he used to be married. Well, he was married to, was he married to Crystal Marshall, the beautiful Crystal Marshall? I think he was. Either they was in a relationship, I know they got a child together. But we're here for the product. We're here for the toy. I know we're not here for their personal lives. I can be a vlogger and be like, that's what I heard. I heard. Did you hear? I heard too. I heard. But with Bobby Lashley, I have no complaints about this figure at all. He looks very natural. I give him a 10 out of 10 as well too. And not too many Bobby Lashley figures I do like out here. I would highly recommend you to get him. You can get him for $21 at Walmart. And I think it's at Target as well too for $21. So one more time, I'm gonna say bye to Bobby Lashley. Next, we have the lovely Bianca Bellaire. Now, this girl has really soared her power to stardom in WWE. I mean, I'm a Bianca Bellaire fan. I think she's doing it now. She done took over from where, to me, my opinion, if I'm wrong for saying this, forgive me, Sasha left off at and Naomi. And I'll give credit where it's due. I like her husband, Montez. Montez is a good wrestler as well, too. I'm ready to see him, go after the goal, too, as well, too. Instead of his wife getting all the, I want them both to be power couples. Come on now. So with Bianca Belaire's basic figure, I think it looks good. The head ain't that small. Because here's my problem with Bianca Belaire's figure. All of her head sculpts are pretty small. And it doesn't make sense. Now, there's 3 figures of Bianca Bellaire that I do like. And I'm about to critique it. Let me see if I can find the third one. Excuse me, guys. I do apologize. Now, these three Bianca Bellaire figures I like. I think these are her best work. This is her first one, the first one that was in line, the basic one. And there's one I don't like, that I don't care for, that I think looks very quick paced together. There was actually two. There was a referee one that I gave away I didn't care for. I should have kept it because it was a WrestleMania one. This is the one I don't care for. I felt like her head sculpt is too small. That's the one I don't really care for. But it was an Elite figure. That's what makes it, like, even, like, what's going on? Like, I don't get it. So I'm putting this figure back slowly. Well, she fell. She'll be alright. She'll go to the hospital later. But these ones right here, I really do like. The orange outfit really brings out her skin tone. I do want them to make a Bianca Bellaire figure with her hair pent back like it normally is now, but I guess they'll come in the future in due time, maybe next year. But this basic figure, because she has a different like facial expression on this one. She's smiling real hard, got her little hoop earring in. And then I think that earring fell out or something. I still got it in the package up there, an extra one. And then this one right here, she's just looking kind of like the basic figure, like basic figures does. So there are three different looks by Bianca, and I like them all. So let me put these ones back, if I may. Hold on, gang. I apologize for being off camera. Just want to put these Bianca Bellaire figures back. Okay, so, yeah. But definitely, this girl has came a long way in her career. And I remember there was an incident where she was talking about somebody was stalking her or something. And asking, the public to respect her peace, which you should respect these wrestlers' peace, these public figures' peace, because they're human just like you, and they got to have privacy and have a life, too, as a human being. But definitely, I would give this figure a 10 out of 10. It's kind of scared to bend her knee. So you just never know with these basic figures. You never know. Okay, so looks good. Got the ponytail thing going on, and make sure you don't, So moving on. Last but not least, we're going to be talking about Mr. Randy Orton. Now, the controversy that was, Randy Orton has been WWE Champion, Intercontinental Champion, and United States Champion. Whether you call him a Viper, the Apex Predator, or the Legend Killer, you can't complete his name without RKO. And this man is tall. From St. Louis, Missouri. Never knew he was from St. Louis. Now, there was something going on where the artist of his tattoos, who created his tattoos on his body, she didn't get paid for them to use his tattoos in the video game, which I'm learning about the business world slowly for surely. So it kind of bamboozled me to be like, what? Say what again? But she won her case. I don't know how much she won 100%, but they didn't give copyright, infringement to her to use the tattoos in the video game. So now, I think from day one, if they knew all of this, the people who was responsible for the video games should just either pay the artist. I think it's extra money, a waste of money to pay you should pay the person. I agree with that. But I guess what I'm saying is you could just make up your own tattoos of the person. They ain't gotta be the same exact tattoos on their body. So, but I get it. You want the consumer to feel like they are the character in the game when they have the tattoos. I get it. And I know that he's out with a serious injury as well too. And he does come with some hands, which I don't know what I know. What do y'all think? What I've told y'all about the wrestler hands, I don't really care for wrestler hands at all. And definitely, he looks good, man. He looks really good. So, I think they should just pay the artist for, the use in the video game. Just to be fair. Everybody has to make money. Good big guy. This has been one of them days. I was at work earlier. So, definitely this figure looks really good. The face sculpt, and Randy Orton is getting older. I mean, he was the youngest, I think, WWE champion ever, if I'm mistaken. If not, correct me in the comments in the future. I just wish the hoodie would have been like cloth, but I get where they was trying to go at. Kind of like CM Punk's figure with the hoodie being cloth. And I like the way this looks, I really do. I like this figure. I give it 10 out of 10. Definitely get them for $21.99 at Walmart. And definitely, Randy's been in the game a long time. He's a legend killer. He done took down some of the biggest foes ever. So, and he's pretty tall. So, that's all I have today, folks, to present to you. And definitely please like, subscribe, and share to your family, friends, enemies, whoever. I just love my new subscribers. I'm thankful that people are subscribing to my channel. I promise to bring more content and more reels. And the reels I do bring, I am going to present in videos so that everyone can see. And everyone have a great day. This is the boy with the Pampers and toys signing off. Out.